Welcome to To Be Determined, the entertainment review podcast where our opinions, the loser,
and the punishment
are to be determined. Cue the intro.
That was very low energy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired still after the film challenge ended last night, so.
Yeah, we had a long 10 days. Full of challenges of film.
Yes, the 240
to glory
film challenge with IFP Phoenix. So that was fun. Once after the screening, we'll be able to release that to YouTube, so you guys can all see it.
The trailer is out now, so if you go to our channel, it is there, and it's called Enchanted Identities trailer.
What the hex?
Yes, and then also we should be releasing the post, or I guess by the time this, that's we could try. You sure?
Yeah. Here, wait.
By the time this comes out, you probably will have already seen it, actually, but it's fine. He has it.
I don't know how well you can see this, but
sorry, podcast listeners, you can't see.
You have
to. You gotta go look at our YouTube.
Yes. Alrighty. So I guess we can get right into it. So the first segment is the past, present, future.
You don't have to pause, it's really fine.
Okay, I just like to pause so it makes it easier.
It's not that hard.
Okay. So, in the past, present, future, we'll be reviewing one movie from the past, one movie from the present, which is, within the last year, and one movie that has not come out yet. So, just essentially, we'll just watch the trailer and give our thoughts and opinions on it. And then, throughout the whole show, we have a rating system. So, with each of these films, we will be rating them on a scale of 1 to 101 Dalmatians, as well as we will be guessing the Rotten Tomatoes scores for the critics and audience. And if you are within 5% of the actual ratings, then you will get a point. And then whoever has the least amount of points in the end has to spin the Wheel of Punishment.
The Wheel of Punishment! We added a new punishment today. I don't know what that was.
So, our movie of the past is...
Before we begin, welcome, Dash.
Yes.
He is now a part of our podcast room. Hi, buddy.
I was checking to see if he needs water. He looks good. All right. So, the first movie is iRobot. I did not look up who the director was for this one.
If you didn't get our theme is robots today.
Oh,
Fun.
yes.
Oh, the director for iRobot, I have it right here, is Alex Proyas. I don't know if I said his last name right, but yes.
Looks correct. And this was released in 2004. So what are your general thoughts and opinions or notes that you have?
Are we rating it first, or are we saying notes first? I don't remember what we do.
I think usually we do like notes first.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I don't know. This movie I really like. I've only watched it twice now, but I do like this movie, and I'm pretty sure it's based off a book.
I think it is.
Mother, look that up for us. Thank you. Okay, two people are looking up now. What was I saying? Oh, movie about robots I don't know why I was about to say that take over the world. That is not really what it is.
It says that it's, oh wait, hold on. Oh, here, based on the screenplay Hardwired by Jeff Vintar.
Oh.
That's according to Wikipedia though, so.
Wait, what did you get?
Which is what I thought. It's inspired but not adapted from Asimov's work, which he did a lot of robot. So in the late 1970s, American author Harlan Ellison collaborated with Asimov on a screenplay for I, Robot that was never filmed. It was published in 1994 as I, Robot, the illustrated screenplay. The 2004 film I, Robot was inspired but not adapted from the work.
Huh. Which I guess is where the 3 laws come from.
Yes,
Which,
and that's where the 3 laws come
I
from.
think-
Is the Asimovs. That's what I was trying to think about too.
yeah, because I was going to say, I didn't think that. Yeah, that makes more sense. I knew it was from something. But yeah. I don't know why I can't think of, like, I just watched the movie and I'm like blanking. No, I love Sonny. He's great.
Good old robot. I
So
guess.
unique.
Still creepy
Spoiler,
to me.
in case someone hasn't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
you'll see in the description, spoiler
We have
alert, but just
spoilers.
again, spoiler alert,
spoilers.
content warning,
If you haven't gotten that yet, there's
murder
spoilers.
and death.
Murder
Lots.
and death.
Yeah, and some of
In
these
this
are.
episode?
Yeah. We're talking about
Oh wait,
Megan.
Megan. Never mind. I was like, what? Which movie?
And better than us.
And Robot.
And
Oh,
robots.
that's true. Robots.
So my notes were, I thought the writing was good, although I think there was some like odd dialogue here and there, or some like random
Yeah.
little moments. It wasn't anything that's like super noticeable. I just thought there was some odd moments.
I do think that like Will Smith pulls it off kind of fine.
Yeah.
I think I don't
Delivery
know the
is really
actress's
good with it.
name, but the main lady, there was some of her lines you could tell
Yeah.
she didn't act them very great.
Yeah. Not the best
But yeah, you
delivery.
could tell some lines were a little awkward.
Yeah. That everyone did a good job acting, especially Will Smith. I also think it was very good effects for 2004. The fact that they
Yeah.
had that many like robots, all I'm assuming CGI'd in.
Mm-hmm.
It looked. I mean, of course it didn't look real, but it looked very good for 2004.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen worse things now. Like that.
Like
looks
The
really
Flash.
Good. Yeah, and like those robots is interesting how like we're now in that time where it seems like we're creating like robots, AI robots, and stuff that look actually very similar to those
Yeah.
in the movie. And I was like, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like the way their faces
That's
move and stuff.
scary.
Very freaky. I don't like it.
Okay, so what did you rate it on a scale of 1 to 101 Dalmatians? How many Dalmatians did you give it?
I gave it 89 Dalmatians.
I gave it 87, so we're
Wow.
very close.
That is very, very close.
Yes.
Sorry if you hear a squeaky chair. We gotta replace these
One
chairs.
of the chairs. A bit squeaky.
It's fine. I just want to let them know you're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, now let's do the Rotten Tomatoes scores. This time I have a place to write down what our points are.
Oh, I do not. You got it. I don't have to write.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I got both of those. Okay, so what did you say for critics?
Oh wait, I was supposed to let her answer. I'm so
Who gets to go
tired.
first?
I guess 90% for critics. I think it's a little high though.
Yeah, I said 85 for critics.
Okay.
And then I thought audience was going to be harsher with this one. I said 80 for audience.
I put 73 for audience. Because I
Yeah.
thought the same. I thought they'd be harsher. Okay.
So,
What is it? Critics first.
Critics, 56%.
Ah!
56?
56?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang!
No points for us. What about audience?
Audience, 70%.
70? I get a point.
Dang.
Wait, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know usually audience is more, but I actually thought audience was going to be less for this.
Yeah, I really thought.
Wow.
I thought critics were gonna like this more than the audience
Yeah.
did, for sure. Again, I guess for the time though, I think that this movie came out nowadays, even with like much more like modern effects, like if they produce this nowadays with the same actors and script, I think that it would be higher audience or higher critics and lower audience.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
This is real quick. This is a good example of how times have changed, though, because you can see movies from that era. The scripts,
Close the
the
door real quick.
dialogues are different than what
Yeah.
you hear now.
It very much is.
Oh
There
yeah,
are some
for sure.
lines that are kind of cheesy, but that was like normal for the 2010,
Yeah.
that decade.
Is the light good?
Yeah.
I'm so paranoid now. I'm like,
It's gonna
light,
stop.
don't stop.
Okay, so our movie of the present.
I have an interesting fact about this movie, by the way.
Okay.
When you're
is
Say the movie.
Megan.
Or Mithrigan.
Yes, Mithrigan.
So, I was looking this up, right? And I was like, yeah, this movie came out in 2023 because we do our current films, whatever came out like within the last year or the same year. And I looked it up, and on IMDb it's credited as 2022. And I was like, I swear I watched this in 2023. They only released the theaters in 2023. And I was like, what?
Oh, was it released earlier too, like
So
Sundance?
what it was that it premiered in December, like late December of 2022.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it released in January.
Oh, okay, but it was still within the past year.
Yeah, but it was still bothersome.
But still, though, that
I
is
was like,
weird.
I knew it came out this year.
So
But
yeah, and I wrote notes for, usually I only write notes for the fan favorite. But I like this movie a lot. So I also wrote notes for this one. I thought there was a lot of interesting things in this one, I guess.
Well, one thing I noticed too today, because I watched it. Did you watch it today too?
Yes, I watched the unrated version. So
So you saw it different, because I watched the normal.
yeah, and what I actually did is I have read like what some of the differences are between the two of them. And actually today while I was watching them, I had both of them up on my computer so I could like compare the two on those specific scenes to know like how different are they really. And I mean, it is very small changes, but they definitely change it enough to where that would deserve an R rating.
Yeah.
So.
One thing was interesting I noticed the second time watching it, obviously spoilers again, is like, because it ends with the cliffhanger of Elsie. Is Elsie the her house? You know,
Housebot.
Clearly she's still in that, connected to that system.
Yeah.
But like, I think when you watch at the end, it's like ever since she first got into the house, he was connected to that system like almost right away. Like there's so many hints throughout.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even notice it. I thought that was really interesting. Like, cause like you kind of noticed that she was interfering, but you didn't know that
she's
she was,
able
like,
to be in any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, for sure. The commercials for the other toys were amazing.
So
I thought those were so funny.
Yeah.
And then what else? I really liked the
My cat's meowing.
transition to the title screen. I know when I forgot how, I can't stress enough, spoiler alert, but when the parents died, I was like, I'd forgotten how they died before, so I was like, whatever,
I forgot-
car accident.
Yeah,
I was like, of course, it's always a car accident. But they did it in a way that was different enough to where I was like, okay, it's less cliche, kind of. And so I thought that was interesting. And then the way that it was like so, I don't know, the way it conflicted with the title screen and the music with the title screen, I thought like clashed together so perfectly. I really liked that.
It was interesting how for the title screen, like I guess this was on purpose, but it's like it starts to make like the key, right, for Megan.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, but it looks like a spinning wheel of death at first. Like if your TV's loading. So I was like,
right, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Did my TV shut off? I was like, is it stuck again? That's what I was thinking.
Buffering.
Because my TV's been so slow lately. So I legitimately thought it was, but I was like, but it's too smooth. Like this doesn't look like it. And then it changed it to the key and stuff.
That reminds me of the days when, the good old days when Netflix would actually say the word buffering
Oh, whoa.
at the bottom.
I forgot about that. Like I remember actually reading that, like when I was little, reading that out loud. It'd be like buffering.
I know I used to do that too. Okay, Mithrigan without skin is terrifying.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They really had an opportunity that I think they missed with that.
Maybe the next, well, I don't know. Maybe the next.
But it reminded me of Five Nights at Freddy's too, a lot. But I really think that final fight, when she uses that like saw thing, she should have had no skin on her face.
Maybe.
And then you just see like that.
I think it was good that they avoided it though, because it really would have seemed like FNAF. Because they really, the endoskeleton is very similar.
Yeah, it is very similar, that's true.
So I feel like people would have kind of gotten
The way
like,
it looks is very
it's like FNAF all over again. So, and
Yeah.
obviously with the new movie coming out too, it's
Yeah,
kinda
it's
like they're
true.
competing with that. I think what they did at the end, how they kind of like, she started getting like her hair ripped off and her face is cut up. They rip it
definitely
off.
had effects
That was
for sure.
good.
Yeah.
I liked it there.
When they introduced the neighbor character, you're like, okay, the neighbor is super nice, but then, what's her name? Gemma is like really rude to her.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's just being nice to you.
Yeah, that's
She's like, hey, do you want to
to
borrow this? Oh, sorry about that. Do you want to borrow whatever? And I'm like, and then she's like, just blah, blah, blah.
Also, Gemma is her name?
Gemma,
She's not a very good actress.
I don't know.
feel like
I
she's
thought
like-
there was a lot of good. I think it was mostly. I liked her performance.
I think towards the end she gets better, but the beginning, I don't.
Yeah, the beginning
she's
is definitely
weird.
a
It's like
little
awkward.
awkward. Yeah, but I would say about half. I would say that in the very beginning she is a little awkward, but as it goes along, it gets better and better.
Yeah,
But
no, you get.
I think it gets better pretty quickly.
I'm checking the light again. Okay.
What else? Oh, okay. This is super random, like theory of lore for this movie that I thought of when I was watching it, because I was like, I mean, there's only like one little piece of evidence
My
to support
goodness,
this.
cat.
There's only like one piece of evidence to support this theory, and like a lot against it. But
Wait, what?
the theory is that Gemma at one point had a child, because why would she have a bedtime stories app on her personal phone? She already had it downloaded.
Maybe. Well, she probably took care of Katie before.
I don't know.
Because
She didn't know about she needs to read her bedtime story or anything like that. So she would have remembered that if she like still had it. If she had been with her recently enough to still have the app downloaded. And you would think like, oh, she works at a toy company, maybe it's that, but why would it be on her personal phone?
So maybe just downloaded it right before she went to read.
Yeah, because she's clearly said like she doesn't know anything about kids. She's never had a kid before. She doesn't act
Right.
like she's ever had a kid before.
Or maybe she was preparing.
What? I don't know. This is really
But
stretching.
because she's like she had it downloaded already. She says, "Oh, it needs
I
to
swear
update."
that's a loophole. That's gotta be a that
Or
is
it's
a loophole.
or something is going to be mentioned later. But she doesn't say I have to download it. She says, "Oh, it needs to re-update. It has to update." They specifically use the word update, and that makes me think either they have something in mind for that in.
But it's a
maybe the
horror
second
movie. I don't know. Like
I don't know.
nowadays with horror movies, most horror movies don't usually get so deep.
No,
Now
yeah.
they're starting to get.
But I don't know. I think it might have potential, but probably not, because there's a lot of evidence to support why she has no, like you said,
I know.
she has no experience. She's never planned to have a family or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, that one did you come up with it, or do you see people talking about it?
No, I came up with it. As soon as I heard
okay.
she had to update the app, I was like,
I don't even know.
why did she say that? Why didn't she say download?
Okay, well, what did you rate it?
Oh wait, I had a couple more
okay.
little things. Let's send a bunch of children into the woods alone.
I did think that.
I'm like, why are they just like,
Or at least
here's a
groups of
bucket,
3.
just go. It was groups of 2, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, maybe groups of 3 would make more sense, but groups of 2 is never a good idea.
Yeah, let's just send these like, yeah.
But even then, they're
Children
really young.
out.
It doesn't-
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that, like even the therapist, she's not very.
Yeah, I was saying our therapist really liked that. Like the way that they wrote the therapist, it was like,
very aggressive.
okay, wow.
She's not a good therapist.
I was like, is she supposed to be she's supposed to be what is it, like observing their environment, but she's just sitting there like, why don't you do this, and why don't you do this, and why don't you do this? It's like,
Yeah.
it's not a real environment. It's totally manufactured environment.
Also, we didn't say who the director was.
Oh, we did not say who the director was.
Gerard Johnstone. Never heard of him.
Johnston.
Johnstone, or is it Johnston? I'm pretty
think
sure
it's
it's
probably-
Johnstone because
yeah.
it's Stone.
Oh, then yeah, it's probably Johnstone. I think Mithrigan's height kept changing through the movie. Like, it was like she was short and then she was like taller and like the same height as Katie, and then she was like shorter, and then like
Oh, like proportions were off.
Yeah.
Was it
they
two different
kept changing.
actresses?
I think so.
So that might be why.
Yeah, probably. It was weird though. But well, I think that one's a voice actress and one's they had a body actress and a voice actress.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I thought it was interesting when she starts singing Titanium. A song, she's like, I'm Titanium, which is like, she's literally titanium. Also, she's singing that song like right after she, again, spoiler alert and content warning, right after she kills that kid. Like, so she's like now singing like, no one can catch me. It was basically the meaning of that song. Like, no one can stop me. And it's like, that song was like, signifying, okay, this is the beginning of her reign of terror.
Yeah.
Oh, the detective. I think he might have been my favorite character.
Oh, when he's like, he laughs. He's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed.
Yeah, and then he's like insinuating that he's trying to make a connection between her, and then she's like, are you trying to make a connection? He's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
It was so much.
He was funny.
Yeah, but yeah.
What did you rate it?
I rated it 93.
Whoa!
Now, there is something I noticed. The unrated version, at least the boss, David, he's a lot more comedic.
In the
unrated version.
We haven't
because
watched
of the
rated.
line. No, because I went back and compared. So I went back and compared some of the scenes to see how they changed, because in the unrated version he curses a lot.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
But they do it in ways that make his character seem like he's very like just like money kind of, but in a comedic way.
The cursing?
Yeah, in the way, in the lines,
So like this lines
in the
that
line
taken
placement,
out?
not whole lines, but the way that they were placed in the line and the way that he delivered the lines made it more comedic.
Huh.
But without it, going back, because that was my first point of reference, because I haven't watched, I've only seen the unrated version. So going back and watching the little scene at the beginning and a couple other scenes that he was in, it definitely felt like something was missing from his character a little bit.
I don't know, I just kind of like, never thought much of him. I thought maybe he was a little bit of an odd choice for the character, but then again, like you said, maybe that might be why.
Yeah, I think he originally was meant to be more comedic.
All right. Wait. Oh, my rating is, I gave it 77.
Okay, yeah.
Because I mean, it's a good movie, and I really like it for like horror. Mm-hmm. And since it's for at least, I mean, I haven't watched it unrated. I like how it's PG-13, and there's not a lot to be like, oh, don't watch it. I like how I can suggest to like friends who like want to watch a scary movie.
Watch the PG-13 one.
You can watch this movie, and it's scary, but not like super like gory or inappropriate, and it's not a bunch of cursing. It's a good in between, and so that's I like it. I mean, I think it's great filmmaking. I mean, there's a few shots in it that I'm like, oh, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I love the design for Megan. She's great.
Yeah, I like the voice.
Great. And her voice.
It was like her voice was. They kept her voice. You can tell that they put a lot of effort into that, because it was like her voice got more and more normal as she went. It got less and less artificial, but
you still have the hints.
But you still have the hints every once in a while, as well as when she's impersonating other people's voices. It's always off. You can always tell.
That's cool.
Which makes sense, because it's like she's a new voice.
I
she's not
also
used to.
really like, because it sounds very similar to Portal, the Portal robots, and I don't think you played Portal, right? But the robots in Portal, like I can't.
A portal pop.
It looks very similar to this, but this isn't it. It's got like, doesn't have arms or legs.
Oh.
I don't know if you played Portal, but you
is
probably know what I'm
it the
talking
one that
about.
looks like a security camera, kind of?
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of it. Yeah.
So they sound very similar when she's talking.
Like a normal voice,
robot.
but it's still like robot-y kind of.
But like more robotic. Whenever she sounds really like super like a robot, it almost sounds exactly like those robots.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's really cool, because I always thought they sounded creepy.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing I didn't write down was that I do think, like, I get the point was that it's a robot that looks as human as possible, but at the end, after she like gets the water splashed on her, and she's supposed to be like full robot mode, kind of like she's like her voice is kind of, I think, back and she's like doing the robotic movements.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like
that was freaky.
That was when that kind of pulled me out of it. Actually, because then I could tell it was an actor or an actress trying to move like a robot.
Really? I thought it was
because
really
the
good.
movements were very sharp, but they were still like fluid movements. It wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it really other than that, but.
My guess for the Rotten Tomatoes is, I put 68%.
For critics?
Yeah.
I said
critics.
85.
Yeah, I don't know, because I thought it wasn't a huge hit. Mm-hmm. But for audience, I put 88.
Some people, I think a lot of people did like it, a lot of people didn't like it. But I think you're right, the critics are probably lower. But I wonder if the scores are different for the unrated and regular versions.
I don't know, because I think the only one released it. No, wait, no. Did you watch it in theaters?
No.
So I think the only one
PG-13 is the only one
theaters.
released in theaters. But Rotten Tomatoes doesn't only do theaters movies.
That's true, but I guess we could try to find
I
both.
think this is gonna be the one. This is for the PG-13 one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you put for audience?
So audience, I said 90.
I put 88.
Okay, yeah, I thought the audience would like it more. So what's the critic score?
93%.
Whoa, really?
Oh,
I was off.
I'm 3 points away.
Really? They really liked it. I thought this one, maybe it got flipped.
Do you want to see the first comment for the critics' consensus?
Sure.
Yes.
Unapologetically silly and all the more entertaining for it. Megan is a rare horror comedy that delivers chuckles as effortlessly as chills.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't think it was.
It's not that comedic.
Comedic.
There were a lot of moments I thought. So think about the first of all the commercials. It starts opening with that. Then you also have
there's some fun
Then you also have the
things.
demonstration. Like I thought that was the second demonstration. So
like-
it's like all emotional and you're like, oh, this is weird. And then they're like, you see like one guy's like, and then the other guy, there's this lady, she's like blowing her nose really loudly, like.
But it's not like a horror
comedically.
comedy. I wouldn't put.
I wouldn't call it a
comedy.
full-on comedy, but I would definitely consider it comedic.
Yeah.
A comedic horror.
Yes, but that's weird for a critic. I find that odd for a critic. Maybe for like an audience member, but not a critic. It's that's
Yeah,
odd.
I could see that.
What about audience?
78%.
Oh wow.
Dang it.
I said 90.
Put 88. Oh
Okay.
yeah, we said it already.
So next is the trailer for a movie called The Creator. Now, usually I watch trailers beforehand so I can like write notes and stuff, but I have not.
I
This
don't
time.
usually do. So this one, by the time this episode comes out, this
Comes
will
out the
have
same day, right?
already. Yeah, it will be releasing the day that this episode's out. So sorry, it's not super future, but this was just it fit really well into our category for today.
Yes.
When the war started, they protected me. Took better care of me than humans would have.
They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Sergeant Taylor, we are this close to winning the war. But the AI are developing a super weapon. Retrieve it. Or they win.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Are you going to heaven?
No. You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
Sam, we're the same. We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Do you have any idea what the thing is?
She looks like a little girl now, but she's growing. Whoever has that kid wins the war.
Whose side you want, huh?
What do you want, sweetie?
For robots to be free.
Oh, we don't have that in the fridge. How about ice cream?
not seen
Wow.
the trailer yet. I've only seen like the teaser.
So I want to see that. That looks really good. I was gonna say it felt a little Star Warsy. So whenever it said
crazy
Rogue One,
Rogue
I was like, oh, that matches.
Which I liked Rogue One, so I'm excited for that being that director. I forgot his name, but the music is also Michael Giacchino. So I'm really happy because he hasn't done. I feel like he hasn't done music for a while. So.
That looks
if you don't
really
know,
good.
Michael Giacchino is my favorite composer. So anything that comes up of him, I'm like, ha, yes, I'm excited.
The visuals looked amazing. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I saw a video a while ago that was, or not that long ago, but it was at a baseball game. They had some people dressed up in like special effects makeup to look like those robots, and they were just sitting at the baseball game, like moving like robots, kind of, and
That's cool.
like going through the theaters or going through the like stadium, kind of. I was confused. Like, Smile did that. Like they had an actor go to a baseball game. And he just smiled the entire time, like biggest smile he could, and they put it on like the jumbotron. But I was confused when I saw that. I was like, "What's happening?" And then, but seeing
that
that,
makes sense.
I'm like, "Okay, so it's a marketing thing." So that's cool.
I also really like that actor. I forget his name. I've only seen him in Tenet, but
That one?
Yeah, I really don't know his name, but I like him a lot. I haven't seen him really much, but from what I've seen him in, which is actually only the movie Tenet, but he was great in that movie. So I'm excited that he's in this.
Yeah, I think my only complaint is I think that trailer should have come with a spoiler warning. Like, I think I got a lot from that trailer. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it, but I don't like when they just kind of like reveal so much of the basis or the whole setup of the story.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
The whole plot setup, I should say.
It seems like they're showing a lot, but it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it's just, well, like one of my favorite parts of a movie is watching the beginning and getting to pick up on this thing and that thing and like forming a setup of the different characters, which I know that you don't get everything from that, but you kind of get the general storyline of the plot. And I'm like,
Yeah, it just looks like a normal trailer.
Yeah, I say that about most trailers.
Yeah.
So, alrighty, so that is it for the past, present, future. And now we move on to the pilot perusal.
Welcome to the pilot perusal.
So this one works the exact same way as the past, present, future, except now we're just reviewing the pilot episode of a TV show. And we have not watched any other episodes of the show, only the first episode. So that way we are giving you this rating just based off the pilot episode.
Yes.
Episode 0.
0. Oh, yeah.
Is the pilot.
I guess like for this one, it's just the first episode though.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that I was like, why did they have the little girl narrating the
Well,
Three
first,
Laws of Robots at the beginning?
let's say what the show is.
Oh yeah, it's better than us. I thought I said it already.
The show is better than us. It was released in 2019, directed by, I can't say his
Let
name.
me see.
Andrei
Wait.
Dzunkovsky. It's Russian.
Yeah, it's a foreign
I'm sorry if I
television
just
series.
offended someone. I don't know. I can't do no Russian accent or pronounce any Russian words.
It's fine. But yeah. So at first I was definitely confused. I was like, why did they just pick some like random little girl to be narrating the 3 Laws of Robotics at the beginning? Then it
Yeah.
makes sense later.
It does. I thought that was weird.
But
too.
I was like, what? Like, this doesn't have anything to do with robots.
And also, it threw me off because we had just watched iRobot and we just watched the same 3 laws, and I was like,
They both
Rip
opened
off.
with the same 3 laws. That's what I thought too. I was like, is
but
this just gonna be
it's
kind of
whatever that book.
yeah.
So, which I thought that's what it was. So.
Yeah. I like this story. I thought the acting was pretty good.
Oh, did you watch it dubbed or Russian with subtitles?
I have to watch it in the original language with subtitles. I cannot watch them dubbed for some reason.
Thought I was gonna be like that, but then I watched it dubbed and I was like, okay, that's fine.
Was it not that bad?
Yeah, I think if I just don't look at their mouths. I just have
See,
to
that's
look-
the thing is I cannot handle. It's so distracting for me because I start thinking about how like it's not synced with their mouths, and I'm like,
I think it's because I learned to deal with it a little bit more. Because
yeah.
Because Luke and I have been watching Death Note, and even though it's a cartoon and it's animated, but you know it's still an anime, so and it's dubbed. So
I would have to.
It's still hard to.
Do they have it in the original language? As an
Yeah.
option? I would have to do that in the original language with subtitles.
The dub voice
it good?
actors are like really good for that show.
Maybe
Like
I'll try
they
it.
picked them really.
Because I know
well.
with Gudetama, I watched the first episode again with the English dub, and I didn't. I mean, because I was used to the original one, I liked those voice actors so much that whenever I listened to the English one, I was like, man, it doesn't do the characters justice.
Oh yeah. So I actually didn't have
rated it
high
pretty
hopes
high.
for this show.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
I
kinda
wasn't really interested, so today I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. But I wanted to continue watching it.
I know, that was one thing is I really want to know what happens. I want to keep watching it. I give it an 80 out of 101. Mostly, now I think for what it wasn't amazing, I don't think necessarily. I don't think it wasn't bad filmmaking. I think it was good
very
enough.
mid.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was one of those it's good enough to where you're invested and you're not thinking about the filmmaking, but it's not enough to where you're like, whoa, that was really good.
I gave it 75.
Okay, yeah.
One thing that I was saying was that like we were watching it, we kept noticing a bunch of loopholes. We're like, why is all these doors are unlocked for some reason? Why
Good
are
point.
they not? Don't they have a tracking system for the robot? Why can't?
Well, not for that one.
Well, yeah, that one would have made sense. But there was something else. Oh, why did they turn all the power off? They should have just found looked through all their charging stations throughout that building, and
I
she
know.
would have still been
She
there.
would have been there.
Because she was at like 5%.
I know. I think
That bothered me so much.
they
I
should have
was-
either done that or like turned them all off except for one floor, and then she would have gone to that floor.
Oh, yeah. There was that.
There were so many different things they
It
could have
didn't
done
make sense for
except
them
for
to
just
turn
turning the power off.
All the power off. And you're like, of course she's going to escape.
Yeah, or they could have just blocked the exits and then turned the power off.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
Everything
wouldn't
about that just bothered me.
Yeah.
I found it interesting how, like, as soon as she saw the girl, she's like, take my hand. They did the sinking thing,
Yeah.
very similar to Megan. Mm-hmm. And the one that happened,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Megan.
this is gonna Megan, and also I was like, this is gonna be a problem. Clearly.
Yeah. Well, and I did kind of like that because she it was a robot that came from a random place. Like the first thing she was trying to do off the bat was with everyone was just like, we need to like pair user. Like that was her goal essentially, was
Yeah.
to pair with someone.
Then she found her at the end. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so
What
creepy.
was gonna happen? Yeah.
I felt there was something else about the robot that I was gonna say. Oh, was it?
Which one? The main one?
Well, yeah, the main one. It was something she did. Oh, no. It was not about her. I don't know what I'm talking about. At the beginning, when the guy leaves his house and he's talking to his robot,
robot,
whatever his name is, and you get the shot of like someone's foot, like a dead body's foot.
Oh yeah.
We were like, my mom and I were like, what? then we later found out that he.
No, it
his
said that at the
job.
beginning.
Really? I did not.
Yeah,
we
that was what
didn't
the
know.
robot was saying. There was a crash and we have 4 bodies coming in.
We missed that completely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's a bummer because I actually thought that was kind of cool how they didn't really reveal that to you till later. Oh, well.
Dreams crashed.
Nah.
Crushed.
Though I didn't like how he was so rude to his robot.
I know, like for no reason at all.
And like even the robot's like, sometimes a thank you isn't sufficient enough or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
oh.
What's going on here? Okay, Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
I said 70 for both. I thought they were both going
Did
to be
we
70.
rate it? Did we ourselves rate it yet? Did I say my rating?
Oh wait, no, you didn't say your rating. That's right. No.
I don't remember. My rating is 75.
Okay, 75. I said
What's your
80.
rating again? Oh, rating. Oh, yeah.
So we're close, yeah.
We did go over this. Okay, what's the... I guess 86 for Rotten Tomatoes critics.
And what for audience?
I think audience is too high.
What'd you say?
I put 90 for audience.
Okay,
So,
I could see that though. I think it's hard because it's in Russia.
it's also foreign, yeah.
Yeah. And
But
so-
on Netflix, it comes up as one of the top searched. So that's why I put higher.
I don't trust that when Netflix says top search, it's actually top searched because it's always, I don't know, like a lot of the time it seems too personalized to what I watch. I'm like, is it really what's being top searched, or is it just saying this stuff's popular but it's also something you like?
But there was like One Piece came up, and I haven't watched that yet or looked into that yet. And I know that's kind of
That
new,
one comes up
and
for
then
mine
like
always, yeah. That's true.
it's
But it seems like they
great.
always like sprinkle some in there because I didn't see that as top searched, but it was when I. Oh no! Well, you know what? I didn't even find it on Netflix. I found it on Google and then just clicked the link. So I don't know. But I've never heard of it before. So
I
you
have.
would think it would come up.
I've heard of it, but never looked into it.
Yeah.
What's our scores? What?
Critics.
Oh no! You're giving us a look.
100%.
100.
My God!
100%.
100?
So I have a question. I wonder if
That's
that's.
for this season. That's for the first season.
But is
So-
there only one season?
So far.
So I wonder if.
Must get better.
And nobody get offended, but I wonder if there's just not good TV in Russia. Like, you know what I mean? If I wonder if there's not a lot of good original TV and maybe.
But this is all over.
Yeah.
It's not just Russian people.
Well, no, yeah, but how many critics have rated it? I wonder.
I mean, it's the Netflix original and everything. I mean, that's a big deal.
Well, I want to see if I
Wait,
can
what's
find how many
audience
people.
again?
84%.
Oh, I said 70.
I put 90. I was really close, actually.
Oh, yeah, 1 point off.
Huh. Wow, so there's a lot of good ratings on this show. Huh. Well, I want to keep watching it then because I don't think it's that good from the
Not
first
the first episode. It reminded me a lot of like that style of show. Like it had this kind of mid 2000s, not mid 2000s, early.
Yeah, this is
Early-
2019.
Oh wow, that was recent.
Yeah.
Wow, because it had the same.
It does have an
Like
older
vibe.
feel, though.
It reminds me of like Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
It has that.
It does
kind of,
have that, and I guess that also
feeling.
has to do with it being foreign. The style's different. Mm-hmm. Huh.
Oh, it has 100. So it has 100% tomato meter, but there's only 5 reviews.
Well,
So 100% out of 5.
oh. So does that count? I mean, yeah.
That's just the average. We can't, yeah. It's just an average.
Like 5 like written reviews, you mean? Or like 5 people reviewed it?
Hold on, it's making me turn off my ad blocker. Okay, there. No, it just says 5 reviews.
Huh.
100% 5 reviews. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All critics.
I don't really know how the critics work, so. We're ready to move on to our fan favorite? Or fan pick, whatever people want to call it.
Yes. So now it's time for the fan favorite. And this one is robots.
Robots.
Now this one was 2005.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay.
This was recommended to us by both Anderson Bloomberg and Hannah Bailey.
Yes.
We
Hi guys.
We did the thing on Instagram, and they both suggested this. Anderson was very intense about it too.
He's like, you have to.
He's like, this movie is the best, one of the best movies ever. And then he has the legendary, the one only legend, Robin Williams and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's great.
He
in the
did
movie.
amazing in that movie. I don't know. I have no words for Robin Williams.
He's so
performance on it.
good.
He's so good.
This is also directed
mash.
by Chris Wedge and Carlos Saldaha. I feel like I butchered his name. I'm sorry. I'm not
Oops.
Hispanic.
You're on a roll.
I am not. I'm not doing good with the names today.
Let's see. I liked it kind of had a little bit of like 1950s undertones to it.
Oh yeah, especially the style.
Yeah.
Which I think I read something about it being like it was inspired by
The 50s, like
50s and
dystopian
stuff.
50s kind of.
Yeah.
I said, oh, the son's face when he's like watching his dad work at the very beginning. He's like, so when Rodney's like little and he's like watching his dad like washing dishes, he's like, oh, and the face was so adorable. I don't know how they how they animated it like that. It's
like,
very risque.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Just like a lot of interesting jokes.
There's things I didn't even like. Really, obviously, as a kid, you don't know.
Yeah.
But then
there were definitely some interesting
you're like, whoa,
choices.
That was not what I was expecting from a PG movie.
Yeah.
In 2005. That's when you can tell it's not Disney.
It's true when they
like,
throw in a lot of those.
Oh.
Well, wait, was Cars Disney Pixar or just Pixar?
Pixar.
Oh.
Disney Pixar. Like, Pixar is Disney.
Has it all? Are there no movies that are just Pixar?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Cars has quite a few like jokes.
Well, I haven't watched Cars in a while.
Not as much as this, but there are definitely some jokes.
Well, there's
in
always
there.
some, but this one I like more. But I haven't watched Cars for a while.
Cars goes pretty far with there's jokes. But let's see.
But do you know Blue Sky is not in business anymore?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky Studios, the producer, like the studios
Oh, really?
that created, yeah, they're out of business. They've been out of
what
business
else have
since
they done?
21. They were the ones that did Ice Age.
Oh.
I think.
Since year 21.
Wasn't it them that did Horton Hears a Who? And
That's crazy.
what's the other one? Horton Hears a Who. There's another Dr. Seuss one. Lorax, right? Oh wait, no, maybe not. Illumination was Lorax, I think.
Yeah, I think all the Dr. Seuss ones were
Illumination. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Anyways.
No, I was thinking of some
What's the name of the company?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky Skyline. No, yeah, you're right. I think those are Illumination. I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure they did do Ice Age. Oh my gosh, my phone. I just spilled water.
Awesome.
They did.
Ice Age, Rio.
Oh, Rio.
Robots, Here's a Who.
Oh, I was right about Horton Hears a Who.
You got it.
Peanuts movie.
Oh, Peanuts!
Oh.
I love that movie.
Wait, the like the more recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I think it was
with,
2018.
That one flopped.
That was a good one.
I remember seeing that one. That one was good.
2015.
2015. Wow.
Spies in Disguise was their last movie, I think.
That was them? Oh, really?
The Wizard of Oz reference.
Did they do Storks? No. That was the same thing that did Boston.
I like that they had the Tin Man. There were a lot
That was
of
hilarious.
there were a lot of references to other movies and to products, and I was like, it is so cool that they put all these in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I thought that was really cool that they had got the rights to say
it's such
mention
an
all those.
like over the top movie, but
It
it's
really
so great.
is. It's really good.
Like they don't really have a lot of over the top cartoons anymore. Like you see, there's so either they get serious or there's some really deep message. There's no just fun like lighthearted.
Or there's
they're,
some
like,
that are just
super dumb.
yeah, I was
where
gonna say,
it's
or
like,
they're just like brain numbing, brain melting. I like this is super random, but I liked when the watches are like, "Don't buy us, we're a scam."
Yes, that was
That was so
hilarious.
When they're in the it's like the airport, but then they get in the thing and they go all over the city, kind
my
of.
gosh.
Mason was like, "This should be a ride."
I
was like,
thinking
that would be
when I was little,
amazing.
that would be such a fun ride. But it's also really funny because like that sequence goes on forever.
It really does, but I loved
It's
it.
hilarious.
It was really great.
Now I think about it, I didn't realize how
And
long
it's just
that
like
sequence
interesting
is.
to watch.
Yeah,
the whole
it's
thing.
pleasant to the eyes.
And I think like with that and the whole like dominoes thing, like setting up where all the
man, I
dominoes
love
go
that
off.
part.
Yeah, that was so fun.
So satisfying.
I like how it kind of throughout the whole movie it promotes like creativity and like tinkering and things like that. I don't think that's great. Like if I watched that movie when I was little, I'd be like, oh, I want to go build a domino track
Yeah.
thing. Oh, wait, I can't mention that because it has to do with my trivia.
I know, there's things I want to say. I'm like, wait, trivia.
That note
What?
does not make any sense. I think I have a typo in there somewhere.
What does it say?
This is Dancing the Beads.
What?
I think I was typing. I must have been typing really fast, or like watching while I was typing, and it just came out weird.
Okay.
Star Wars reference.
Oh yeah, that's the whenever
The voice boxes.
the voice box does the I am your father.
Yeah.
That was funny. I remember I was liking that character, how he puts like the voice boxes in.
He keeps like changing them out throughout the film.
Yeah.
There was so much they could do with that, and they did all of it. I think.
Yeah,
They
they
needed
did a
to,
lot.
and it was great. I loved it. It was really like entertaining just to watch him try the different voice boxes. I would have sat there and watched him try like 3 more.
Yeah.
It would have been fun.
One thing about like, 'cause at the end he starts to sing and stuff with the voice box. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
And though I'm watching, I'm like the ending is fun, but it's so abrupt.
It really
It's
is.
very much like, oh, happy, let's sing a song, and now it's the
Yeah.
end. It's like you felt like it feels like there should have been more.
Yeah.
Like something
I
a little
wanted
bit more. Like you want more, so like give us a little bit more of like
Yeah.
a closure. Maybe even like him and the girl robot like got together.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
you never know whether he ends up with Piper or
What's her face?
I don't know
like,
her name.
I know. It's like it's kind of. I know it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
And that's why probably, but still, I'm over here wondering like.
I know they're flirting the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
like-
who?
But
Which one?
But you kind of you hinted at it, so give us a closure.
I
So
know.
it's just kind of left there, but.
My last note was Robin Williams is amazing.
Oh, so you know this? I looked up because I was looking for trivia stuff, which this isn't. Not a lot of it didn't apply, but I found some really interesting things. So in the scene where they're trying to get into the party, and Fender is like Robin Williams' character is
Yeah.
doing the accent, and he's like trying to persuade the. He did that scene, recorded that scene 8 different times with 8 different accents.
That's amazing. I want to hear all of them.
Yeah, I don't
wonder if
know.
they're somewhere online.
He said, including the Polish valet. Like,
That's amazing.
it was. I really want to hear it so bad.
I'm gonna have to. There's like one more note that I have, but I'm gonna wait until after trivia because it has to do with
yeah.
the trivia. But
Oh well,
Should we
let's
give
go ahead
ratings?
and guess our rating.
we'll guess each other's ratings. Yes.
Yeah,
I think you said over 70.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's your first point, isn't it?
Huh? Oh yes, that is my first point. And then what'd you say for me?
Over 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the way we're talking about right now is fair. Maybe we should do this first before.
Yeah, we
talk
should
about
start
it.
before the
'Cause,
notes.
like, we
I think
kinda
that's what we did
obvious-
last 2 times.
Oh, really?
I think we just forgot to do it this time.
Oh.
What'd you give it?
Oh.
I don't think
wait,
I gave it high
wait,
enough.
Guess. Like, try to guess. Like,
Oh,
exact.
the specific,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
I think you said 92.
No. Close. Really close.
What was it?
89.
Okay, 89. Okay.
I think you gave it a smack 90.
Nope, I give it 80.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I was.
Nope.
Never mind.
And I think the only reason I really liked it, but I think I haven't seen it since I was really, really little. Like, I really do not remember it at
Yeah.
all, so it wasn't like nostalgic for me. So this is essentially my first time watching it.
Oh, yeah.
And so, while I did think it was really, really good and I really liked it, it's still a kid's movie. And so, like, I don't put it on the same, like, scale as other movies that
it
I
still
really
has
like.
that same, like, feel for
But
me
it really
as I was
is
a
up
kid.
there.
I still liked it just as much. And honestly, I think why I like it so much is because of Robin Williams.
It's true.
His character just, like, makes that
the best
movie
character.
completely.
It's true.
It's just so funny.
And they knew that. They knew that when they were
Yeah,
making it because they had scenes with just him, even though he's a side character.
yeah, like
They-
he has so many lines. I think he has like the most lines. I would not doubt
yeah, I wouldn't be
At least-
surprised.
it. Second most. Because like Rodney really isn't a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, he talks so much.
He does talk-
Whereas,
it's just
like,
so
and
much, like-
Rodney just like breaks up
Yeah.
his monologues.
I really
kind
have
of.
a feeling that he just went like he just recorded and they're like, okay, let's use this and then
Yeah.
you know, because there's so many things. It's just like
It
no
was so
way did he not come up with that himself.
Yeah, he had to ad lib some stuff. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, it's hard though with animation to ad lib because they're watching it.
Well,
You know,
it
it's
depends
been
on what you're
pre-written.
doing, because sometimes they animate it
To the
according to the person.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I would
animate
see
it
that with Robin Williams,
before.
they would have to animate it after with Robin Williams because
Yeah.
you have no idea, especially with the whole they tried different accents. If they
Exactly.
tried 8 different accents, they had to have animated
Yeah,
it
it
to
depends
his
on the
voice.
studio and like this film, because
Yeah,
it
it's
really,
true.
it really depends. Like that one, they didn't watch it, and
Yeah.
you could tell. I'm pretty sure.
I have overall yay or nay. Yay.
Yay!
I said yay. Rotten Tomatoes. I think the critics said 80 and the audience said 90.
I put critics as 87 and audience as 80. I put lower. Why did I put lower? I had a reason. I don't remember.
I always, with cartoons and kids movies, I always put the audience higher because
Yeah, I know. Usually
it's mostly parents and kids
It's also-
making these reviews or reviewing them. So
I saw like a little thing that kind of like is probably a kid a little. I just saw that would probably apply more to critics or the audience. That I saw. I also think it was a hit.
yeah.
I saw it later, but it was after I already put it
yeah,
in.
yeah. What
Okay,
is?
what is it?
Critics 64%.
Oh wow.
I saw that and I was like, oh, I was wrong.
Okay, now
Audience 54%.
why did it get such low ratings? Listen, the
That
animation
movie
was
wasn't
great.
a hit though. I remember.
That's crazy. I wonder if it was the jokes for the audience. I wonder if the jokes made too many parents go no,
Maybe.
and then
No.
critics were being merciless.
Maybe I think another thing is that was the time when Pixar was just getting huge.
That's true. Yeah.
2005?
Compared to Pixar,
Yeah, like
Pixar was amazing.
like the thing in those those like within those 5 years. It
Yeah,
was
it's
like
true.
you know you had all those movies that year.
I wonder
What movie came out that
if
year?
it was released in
No.
bad timing.
The year before that was Incredibles, and then I think did they release anything in 2005 Pixar?
I'm 90% sure
Was
they
that
did. Wait.
Yeah, it must have. Because Cars came out in 2006, so this fell right smack between two huge hits in Pixar. And if something came out that year, that definitely is gonna put them under the bus.
Okay, 2005 Pixar.
I think there was a gap.
2006
See.
was Cars.
Yeah.
In 2004 was Incredibles. I think they had a gap between.
2005 says they have 2 short films,
Oh,
but
doesn't make sense because they'd release with the movies. Yeah, I think there was a gap for films, but it fell right in between two really good. Pixar.
because the Incredibles was released on DVD that year, and then which was released with the Jack Attack,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
and then the Toy Story 10th anniversary DVD release was that day, and the Toy Story 2, that year, not day. The Toy Story 2 DVD release was that year. So yeah, no new movies.
That's what I thought.
But then
Okay, we ready for some trivia? Your computer is like really. Is it like
it's
warm?
probably warm. Yeah. Okay, let's do the trivia.
It's trivia time. What's the answer?
Who wants to go
It's
first?
like getting louder.
I know. It's fine.
Who has the most points?
You do.
I do. So
I don't remember who goes first. Is it whoever has the least points goes first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So then, because you would get. Okay, I'll go first. I don't know why that was such a dramatic like. Who? Question number 1.
Okay.
Who voiced Rodney Copperbottom?
No idea. I did not look at that. It's a very loud Discord notification. So you is that no? That's no point, right? Or is that a point for you?
Just guess. No, there's no point for me.
Okay.
Like guess someone. Just like, it's really hard, but you've got to know who he is. I would be surprised if you didn't.
I literally cannot guess. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what he sounds like.
Yeah, that's very misleading too.
Oh.
Because it doesn't sound like him that much at all. I had no idea.
Who is it then?
It's Ewan
Okay,
McGregor.
I don't recognize the name. Or, like, I've heard it before, but I don't,
What?
like, know who
Obi-Wan?
he is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I really was not a huge Star Wars
But, like,
fan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I know who Obi-Wan Kenobi is, but I never looked at
Obi-Wan
his
Kenobi.
rating. But,
What,
I mean,
really?
I usually when I watch movies, I don't look at the actors' names unless I see them in more than one thing. I'm like, oh, that's a good actor. I wonder
I mean,
who
he was
that
also
is.
in. Have you watched? Is it Big Fish? Is it?
I've not seen Big Fish.
Oh. What else?
Moulin Rouge.
I haven't watched that.
I've not seen that.
But he's in a good amount that I'd be like, I think he. Do you know his face?
Ian McGregor.
Ewan.
Ewan McGregor.
EWAN.
See, movies and TV shows.
Like, at least look at his face and be like,
Yeah, I recognize the face. Well, wait. Hold on. I don't really recognize him other than. I don't really recognize his face other than the as Obi-Wan.
well,
He was in
anyways.
Christopher Robin.
Yes, he was. Cause
Did he
was
play Christopher Robin? Okay.
I didn't know it was him. I keep looking at the light. I'm making sure.
Wait, Obi-Wan Kenobi was in Star Wars?
What?
That's crazy.
I had no idea it was him. So when I found out it was him, and then we were watching the movie, I was like, I can't hear it. He sounds so young. But it's also obviously he was younger. But
Yeah.
there was only a few lines where I was like, oh, I hear it. It's also because he was doing an American accent, and he's British. British
okay.
or like Scottish?
UK-ish.
But UK-ish?
He was in Nanny McPhee Returns.
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
He played Mr. Green.
Mr. Green. Mr. Green.
Okay, so no points for that round. Okay, ready?
Yes.
What was the name of the little robot who opens the door at Big World's? Like the
Opens
company.
the door?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
Is
one
it-
that looks like a puppet.
Yeah.
He sounds like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
My note was that character.
Oh,
My note was that.
Wait, what's the-
that the voice actor for that character was really good. I like the voice.
Oh my
actor. I don't know who
gosh.
it was, but I thought he did a good job.
I was looking through the cast so many times too. Is it like Tinkerbot? No.
No.
Who?
Tim.
Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, so it started with the T.
Yeah, because the first thing I thought when it was Tim, I was like, oh, it's Tiny Tim.
Oh.
So no points,
Yeah, no.
which means I'm still behind by 1 point.
How many points do I have?
You have 2. I have 1.
I have 2? Mm-hmm. Why do I have 2?
You got the first Rotten Tomatoes audience score.
Yeah. Okay.
So
What
that's your
was
turn.
the name of the invention that Rodney created?
Oh, that one was.
The-
Oh wait.
That's fine. We both had name ones.
Yeah. I think I have 2 name ones. Yeah, I have 2 name ones in mind.
I do not.
I mean, sort of 3.
I mean, I guess the Ewan McGregor one is kind of
Okay, so. Wait, can I have 2 guesses?
sure.
Okay, so was it Dishbot?
No.
Okay. Was it Tinkerbot?
No.
What was it?
Wonderbot.
A Wonderbot.
Yeah. I had to look it up too when I did it. I was
Yeah.
I thought this was a good question, but I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Man, we're not on a roll
No.
today at all.
Okay, what was the name of Ratchet's mom?
Wait. I swear she... Does she have a name? Mm-hmm. On the cast, it was like not... He wasn't listed as... She didn't have a name.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like... Oh, wait. Ratchet's mom?
Ratchet's mom.
Ratchet's
Not
mom.
Rodney.
I was like, Rodney's mom.
No,
I
no.
swear it was credit...
Ratchet's mom.
That's gonna bother me. I like, that's, Oh, wait, no, I don't think so. Ratchet's mom's name was... Oh my gosh. That's gonna bother me. Because I feel like I see it. What does it start with?
G. But she has like a prefix. But if you don't guess a prefix,
Like
it's fine.
Mrs. or something?
Yeah, but it's like it like falls under the category of a prefix.
What?
It's not like Mrs. or Miss.
Oh.
It's like that might be more confusing. Don't think about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna think about that. I don't know. I don't know.
Gasket. It's Madam.
Gasket?
Madam Gasket.
Oh, madam. Oh gosh, I don't even like. That was off on that one completely.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, what was? Why was I about to say Herb? Herbs, or Rodney's dad's occupation.
A dishwasher.
Oh, dang it, yeah.
So I have 1 point.
I mean, that's kind of obvious.
That was number 3, right?
That was an easy one.
So we're at 2
Yeah,
and
it was easy.
2. So we're at 2 and 2.
What?
We're at 2 and 2 now.
Oh, we are.
So we might have to go into our 4th question for a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we will. Well, maybe. Depending.
Unless you get this one right. Where is Rodney from?
Like where he grew up,
Yeah, like the town.
like the town.
Yeah.
Because it's like Robot City is the town. This is a city. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna close my computer for this one. Think. Man, I'm not good with the names.
I know. I had to look this one up after. I was like, oh, this would be a good question. And then I was like, wait, what is it again? I put the movie back on and I went all the way back.
I feel like it's gonna have robot in it somehow still, but no, it wouldn't make sense. The robots town.
No.
I know, I don't know.
Ready? It's a Rivet Town.
Oh, Rivet Town. I do remember that.
It should have been. Well, whenever I looked it up, I was like Rivet Town, and in my brain I thought it was.
River Town?
No, well, I saw Rivet in my. Whenever I read that, I was like, oh, Rivet's the bad guy. So it should have been Ratchet Town, I think. Because Ratchet's the bad guy.
Though, because, yeah.
Because he's like secretly in charge, kind of. So what if he renamed the town after himself?
Robert.
Rodney.
No, not even.
Ratchet.
Robot City
Oh.
is where he's. Rivet Town is in a whole nother area.
Yeah, I know. But what if he's like, oh, this little town over here, I'm just gonna name it after. I'm gonna buy it and name it after myself.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, because he's still in charge of all the entire world.
Universe.
Universe. Well, the entire
It has to do
robots
with-
universe.
It's more of like his company is just very. It's kind of like if
But, like,
Apple
when he says
decides
we're
to be
gonna-
like, oh, we're not gonna
it's
repair
true.
your phones anymore.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
true.
get the new one.
But he's also in charge of now all the sweepers are gonna go sweep and get. Oh no,
That's
never mind.
in
That's
Robot
only
City.
in Robot City. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to go to the
Boop.
tiebreaker round.
Oh yeah, I feel done with the dishwasher one, but I was like, well, maybe. But, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Oh wait, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Oh. Backup question.
Okay.
What was Fender doing when he and Rodney first met?
What was?
Fender.
Fender
Robert
doing?
Williams' character.
Hold on. I feel like.
This was. I give her credit for this one. This was a.
Oh wait, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can visualize it. He was trying to scam him at the airport. That's kind of broad though.
It's like you're right, but I feel like it wouldn't, that's not really like what was he actually doing? Like what was the scam?
Right. It was. Oh, he was trying to sell him something. Wait, it was trying to sell him like a ticket or something, or
No,
a
not
pamphlet, or music. I think it's music. No, it's not music. It's
I'll give you one more guess.
So I remember he was holding. It was him and one other person. There were two of them.
Yeah, it was him and
And
yeah, who was it? I don't know who he was with.
if I remember, he was trying to sell something that was like cultural, I think. But maybe not. Oh. Was it a city tour?
No. He was taking pictures of him, and he was trying to.
Oh,
sell
it was the
his picture.
pictures, yes. Because I was like, he was holding a paper or
yeah,
something.
it was the picture. Should I give you like half a point because you got the scam?
Maybe, yeah, maybe,
Yeah, get
maybe
half-
since
I'll
I,
give
because
you half of
I got the whole like,
You got,
it was
like,
in the
the
airport
concept.
and he was
Yeah.
scamming him at the airport trying to sell him something. Okay, mine is, I think you're probably gonna get this one. How are Fender and Piper related to Aunt Fanny?
To Aunt Fanny? Like, that's
To
the...
Aunt Fanny.
To that's the, Jennifer Coolidge.
Mm-hmm.
How are they related?
Yeah.
But aunt, so... I feel like that's misleading now. I don't remember. Oh, wait, no. It was...
You're gonna get it. I think you're gonna get it.
Oh, wait, there was a whole conversation about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Because I know, obviously, Fender and Piper are siblings, but...
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Was that, did that have something to do when they were little or something? So how are they related?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really their aunt, which I thought it was, but there was a conversation.
I'll give you 2 guesses, and I'll give you a little hint the second time.
So it's not her aunt, their aunt.
Right.
Okay, so I won't count
Right,
this.
yeah, no, yeah.
I don't even, like, I don't know. I really don't.
Okay, I'll give you like a hint. It's totally a trick question. I'll give you half a point if you get it now.
A trick?
It's like a kind of a trick question.
What? I don't understand that because it would make sense that that's a trick question. That would be their aunt. That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
think of what else it could be if it's a trick question. If it's not their aunt,
Just a family friend?
it's a misleading question.
You're not helping.
It's a misleading question. It doesn't actually
Have-
like.
Like as in like, oh, they live with her?
It's not that specific.
What?
It's very broad.
I'm so confused.
They go there, and he's like, oh, they're like, oh, it's Aunt Fanny, and they're like, I think he says something about like, oh, you guys don't really look alike, and he says like, oh, that's cause.
Dude, I don't know. I'm giving up. What?
Okay, I feel like this might be too much trick question, so maybe you should get half a point for this, but they're not related at all.
Oh.
Remember, because they're like, oh, how are you guys related, or something like that, and then they're like, oh, we're not.
You did say family friend at one.
Yeah, so I think you should get half a point. You said family friend, but they're not family friend, but that is under the category not related.
That,
So-
okay, I guess I see. Because I was like, I thought there was a joke with it, but...
Yeah, the joke is like, oh, we're not
I
related.
don't- yeah.
She just takes in whoever,
Wait, so
because she just takes in all the poor robots.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the hint. It's like, that's why everybody lives there.
Wait,
That's why all the poor robots.
are we tied?
Yeah, we're at 2.5 and 2.5.
So how is this gonna work?
So,
That was our tiebreaker and that still didn't work.
we could.
Are you good? We just both do the punishment? I don't
guess
know.
so.
Help us. How should we
Should we do a new tiebreaker, or we both do the punishment?
That'll be more fun.
I don't know.
I
think we're already
We're probably already far over an hour.
I feel like.
You both do the punishment.
Okay.
Should we just like press it the same?
Oops. Yes. Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, wait. 3, 2, 1.
What happened?
Oh, there.
Oh. We have
Wow.
to try 10 gross jelly beans.
So, by that I mean like we have to do Bean Boozled, but do it 10 times. It's like spin it 10 times. That's gonna be a long video.
That game gave me like trauma when I was a kid.
It's either that or
I
we
never
do,
wanted to do
It's either
Bean
that
Boozled.
or we do Birdie Bots. But with Birdie Bots is worse because
I
they're
feel like Bean-
almost all of them are bad.
And Bean Boozled's like, oh, it's a game.
Yeah,
It'd
it's
be
true.
more fun to
Okay,
watch.
So
Well,
look out for our Bean Boozled challenge, and look out for hopefully by now our punishment, my punishment at the restaurant will be out.
yeah, if you haven't seen that yet, then that means we are way behind.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Why does it feel like we're missing something? Oh, remember to like and subscribe to
Yes.
our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. We also have this podcast on Spotify
Apple Music.
and Amazon Music. Mm-hmm. It's Apple Podcasts, by the way.
Yeah.
not Apple Music. You said
Oh yeah, Apple
Music.
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
I forget that they have a separate app for that.
Yeah. And go and watch our other episodes if you haven't watched them
Yes.
yet. And then check out our YouTube. There's a lot of our short films on there. There's actual filmmaking on this channel too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And actually, technically, tonight being the release, we're going to Fear Farm Haunted House in Glendale, EZ. That's gonna be awesome.
that's true.
I can't wait. It's tonight. All right, but I have to wait more days.
But we
I'm
will,
really excited.
when you watch this, if you watch it the day it comes out, that night we are going to Fear Farm.
Yes, they're going to farm our fear, like in Monsters Inc.
Oh,
Yes.
that's dark. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's the entire plot of Monsters Inc.
No, yeah, it's their screams.
Yeah, I know, but they
So,
have to, they're literally just farming their fear.
Okay, anyways,
Anyways,
we're probably
bye
over time.
guys.
See you later. Cue the outro.